right now, cities along the southern border are bracing for a massive migrant caravan making its way through Mexico. 2,000 migrants who crossed into southern Mexico on Sunday say time is of the essence.
There's a caravan of migrants currently making their way toward the United States. These individuals, numbering around 2,000, are moving through Mexico with a sense of urgency, believing that if they can cross the border before potential changes under a new administration, they might find a path to staying in the U.S. without fear of deportation.
Yeah, so this caravan is around 2,000 migrants. It's on its way north right now to the U.S.-Mexico border. And officials across Texas say they are in active alert, including officials in El Paso. Now, officials in El Paso are adding that they are tracking that caravan's movement and are in active conversation with Mexican authorities. Many migrants are now viewing this as kind of their last chance to make it into the United States and seek asylum. With that upcoming election, migrants are expected that with a Trump administration, with that possibility of winning in November, that the Trump administration could introduce more of those hardline immigration policies and cracking down on asylum, but also ending that CBP-1 Act, which Mexican officials say now migrants are growing very impatient with. They say that we could possibly see even more of these smaller groups come here to the U.S.
It's essential to clarify a few points regarding this situation. There's clear video evidence showing their intentions, and it's alarming to think that, despite this visibility, there may be little to no consequences for their actions.
In fact, make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum. They deserve to be heard. That's who we are.
Officials in Texas are already on high alert, especially in places like El Paso, as this group heads toward the border. Many of these migrants are expressing concerns about the possibility of strict asylum policies returning if Donald Trump wins the upcoming election. They see this moment as potentially their last opportunity to enter the U.S. under the current administration's policies, which they perceive as more lenient. Historically, the media has often referred to large groups of migrants as caravans, but this term was heavily criticized during the Trump administration. The chairman of the GOP Homeland Security Committee recently stated that these migrant flows happen because people know their best chance of being released into U.S. communities comes from the current administration's border policies. He emphasized that these issues won't be resolved until immigration laws are strictly enforced. The current path being taken seems to be a direct correlation to the policies in place. Under Biden and Harris, we've seen a relaxation of many immigration restrictions, leading to increased migrant caravans seeking entry into the U.S. In contrast, Trump has made it clear that under his leadership, we could see a return to stricter enforcement and deportations. As Election Day approaches on November 5th, the stakes are high. It's crucial for individuals to have their voices heard at the ballot box if they want to influence immigration policy. The dynamics at play are clear to many, and as the situation continues to develop, it raises important discussions about the future of immigration in America. I'd love to hear what you think about these developments.
United we stand, ain't no wall we can't climb. Hand in hand, face the trouble, it's our time.